Hi everyone, it's Meredith from Eat, Stretch, Explore. I wanted to introduce you to my fall 2020 CAUSEBOX as a quarterly subscriber. If you're interested in this, just stay tuned. The reason why I created this is because as a future quarterly subscriber, I didn't really see much content about people who had received the quarterly option. Everyone who reviewed it is always an annual subscriber. I understand why they did that, but I just thought it would be a little bit of use for people who are researching the subscription like I do. Let me open it. I have not opened it yet, so I'm going to have to take the scissors. Okay, so I'm going to try to be suave, but I don't know if that's going to work, and pull it up so you can see it. So this is the inside of the box, and that's far more my style. And then this is how it is packaged. So you can see on top is the quarterly magazine. It kind of has descriptions of the companies and the products, and then also a little bit of story and background. And then below it is actually the new program that I just mentioned about the free microderm abrasion tool. So again, I'll put a link down below if you want to do that, and you can receive one, and I will also receive one. So then it's also quite cute. The sticker is also seasonal. I hope you can see it. So this is what the box this season looks like. It's quite cute. It has all of these women on the cover here. So I've heard in the past that sometimes people get blemished boxes because since CAUSEBOX is very interested in sustainable initiatives, they don't put an outer box on top of it like some of the other subscription boxes do. So I'm very lucky that I've always received boxes that were intact without any scuffs, that sort of thing. The only thing is, I know it's going to stress some people out, but when I pulled off my address label, I did leave a lot of marking, but that's because I knew that I personally didn't like the outside of the cover. The artist is really talented, but it just doesn't fit my general style, I guess. So I knew from watching people's unboxings and some of their photos on Instagram, I knew I was going to like the inside of the box better. So since this is take two, because it was obviously my first video, so very cringy, I am going to show you the inside, just because I wish sometimes people did this, because I know that the FabFitFun box was also reversible, but nobody showed the inside of it. I'm not sure about the new boxes, but I thought this was kind of cute. So this is what the inside of the box looks like. Sorry about the rustling. So it is a reversible box, so I'll have to kind of struggle to get it on the outside, but this is far more of my style. It's less busy. The inside and the outside are designed by the same artist. However, one other bonus is that CAUSEBOX gives you postcards. So I always thought this was just because it is an actual postcard, so you can send it through the actual mail. But I think that maybe they do this just in case some people's boxes get damaged in the mail, so they're able to save this sort of artwork, just so they can kind of see it for themselves. It gives you the information about the Instagram handle of the artist as well, if you kind of want to see other works of hers. So I know a lot of people collect these and then they kind of use them as artwork. Sometimes they do initiatives, some sort of projects with them as well. So I will probably be sending these along with somebody who has one of those sort of initiatives, just because I don't personally find myself wanting to keep this sort of item. The other cute thing that I probably can show you now, I hope it's not too crinkly, is this sticker. So it's quite cute. Again, it's designed by the same artist, and it does have this woman lounging in a mint color bathrobe, and you'll see how that ties into the box in a little bit. So I wanted to show you that the first thing you'll see is this magazine. It comes quarterly, again, because it is a quarterly subscription. It provides you more information about the companies that are featured on the products inside the box, and things like that. What I'm going to be using is this first page here. which kind of describes the items along with the manufacturer value. So personally, I don't really think that I'm going to follow these manufacturer values to figure out whether or not I get my money's worth, but it's kind of something nice to know. So what I'm going to try to do, or try to remember to do, is to kind of give my own personal value. I'm going to assign it based on what I would pay if I saw it in the store and I really liked the item, what I would pay for it to take it home with me, just to see if I got my $54.95 value out of the box. So what I think I'm going to do is show you the items within the order, I guess, that the spoilers came out, just so you kind of see what I got. The first spoiler you got was that you were either going to receive the Green Co. set of 10 reusable facial rounds or the Buzzy Seeds Basil Grow Kit. So personally, I was kind of hoping for the facial rounds just because that's something I wanted to do for my own life, is kind of replace those cotton rounds with something that's more reusable. But actually it's okay because I had the opportunity to use the add-on market, and I was able to add some facial rounds into my own market purchase. So more on that to come because my market orders are still coming, and I'll do an unboxing for those. So what I did receive is the organic basil kit. So the reason why I felt kind of on the fence about this particular item is because I've seen this same brand and the same style of kit, just like a different pail here. Instead of the stainless steel colored shiny metal pot, they had colored ones at my local Joann Fabric. I'm actually looking at the bag of the items that I purchased when they were 90% off. No, sorry, 80% off. So I was kind of a little bit on the fence about whether or not I would be excited to get this item, because also it's a little bit weird that they put a basil grow kit in a fall box, just because the growing season typically is summer. So I will save this until next year because I do have a plan, because I bought, as I mentioned, those grow kits on 80% off at Joann Fabrics. So it says that this is a basil grow kit, Herb Garden 101, freshen up margarita pizza or mix up your go-to salad greens with homegrown basil, $10 value. So again, my personal value that I would give it is probably about $2, just because that's the same price as I paid for the same kits at Joann. So even though it's $2, I will be able to grow my own basil. And also if I fail, because that's probably pretty likely, to be honest, I'm not a good gardener, I will be able to use this pail again, either to try to grow other plants or to like house my pencils or my makeup brushes, something like that. Okay, so then the second item that was the spoiler, number 2, is going to be the Bathin bathrobe versus Bathin waffle towel set. So this caused a lot of controversy online just because they said that the bathrobe was one size fits all, I believe, and then they scaled it back to one size fits most. So there were a lot of back and forth about, I guess, the reasoning behind choosing this product and how they marketed the product, because it's not a very inclusive size. So I know personally, since I am on the shorter side and somewhat petite, a one size fit most would not fit me. It was supposed to fit like sizes 0 to, I think it was like 16 to 18, I can't remember. But I just know that if it does have that wide of a range, it's not very likely that it would fit me. So I personally was hoping that I would receive the bath towel set in charcoal gray. So what I received was, I received the towel kit in mint green. Sorry, the towel set in mint green. Comes with a set of 2 hand towels and 2 bath towels. So this is what the waffle knit texture looks like. So these are not washed by me yet, so they will probably contract a little bit just because of the very loose waffle weave that you see. So what I would say is, by feeling these towels, I don't know if they're pre-washed, to be honest, but I personally would never pay $90, which is what the magazine has listed it as, but since it is 2 sets, 2 hand towels and 2 bath towels, I'd probably say around $20 seems about right, just because I know that's probably what I've been eyeing at the Home Goods and that sort of store. So that being said, the hand towels are pretty average hand towel size. I don't know if you can see this. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And again, like, if it doesn't work as a bath towel, it would work as a nice reusable napkin for my dining area. So we received 2 of those. And then this is the bath towel. I'm going to try to show you, but I can't totally show you. So it does feel like it's maybe about 5 feet in my wingspan, just because I'm about a 5'2" if I lie on my driver's license. But that's about the same as my wingspan. So I would say it's about 5 feet long by about maybe 2 feet wide. So again, I'm expecting it to kind of contract a little bit just because of the very loose weave that it is. I personally know I'm in the minority, but I never put anything in the dryer, so I don't really think that it's going to shrink for me. But I have read online that a lot of people have experienced a lot of shrinkage because they did put it in the dryer. So I think a lot of people were reading it and doing it by the washing directions that were on the towels or on the robes. Actually, I haven't really read any reviews about the towels yet, but the washing instructions say this on the towels. So it says it's 100% cotton, machine wash warm, light colors only, tumble dry medium. So I 100% recommend, unless you want some very shrink. If you want your towels to be a lot smaller, you can definitely follow those instructions. Otherwise, I would recommend washing it on cold and air drying them. But I believe you can iron them back to size. Okay, so I forgot to say, I was kind of hoping for the charcoal color, but I'm actually very excited by this actual color of the mint green because it is kind of a more muted gray green. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but in my mind I was imagining the mint to be more like a mint chocolate chip ice cream mint, and I didn't think that would fit my decor, so I'm very happy to see this kind of muted color here. Okay, the third spoiler, I'm trying to remember, I think the third spoiler was the Tease Tea and versus Artisan Direct choice. I'm trying to remember, but I think that was it. And it was either the Tease Tea Glass 3-in-1 Tea and Fruit Tumbler or the Artisan Direct Milky Way Lantern. So this was actually the turning point for me because I was already on the fence because the first 2 spoilers were a little bit boring, to be completely honest. So this one was like, this was the make it or break it for me because I knew I would use both of the other items, but it was just like not super exciting at that point. But when they released this teaser, I kind of knew that this would be something that I would actually use either way, depending on, like, no matter which one I got, I would use it. So what I received is the Artisan Direct Milky Way Lantern. So I've already unboxed it a little bit just so you don't have the crinkles. So it has this really nice lantern handle here. It's like, you know, in like Christmas Carol, how he goes from place to place holding a lantern. That's kind of what I think of. So it is a functional lantern. As you can see, I don't know if you can see in the bottom, there is a place to put a tea light. And then you can also pull it out of the bottom here as well. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, maybe it'll match my decor, maybe it won't, but I'll use it. So I was okay with making my purchase and continuing my subscription when I saw this, because I was okay with this and I was also okay with the infuser and bottle. I do personally have an infuser bottle at home already, so it was kind of like I could use a second one, but I don't necessarily need a second one. So this was kind of more of a treat sort of item. So I was very happy to receive this, especially after I saw the at night imagery that they had on their social media accounts. It was very beautiful with the lights, and then the lights, when they shine through, they kind of put like a star shadow on the walls and everything around it. So I personally will use an LED tea light just because I don't really like the candle tea lights because I think they're quite wasteful. And also, like, I don't trust myself with fire. And also I know when I blow it out, it'll like splatter everywhere and I'm going to be stressed out trying to clean it up. So I will be using the LED tea lights in my lantern. I'm very excited to have this because also the color kind of matches my interior color as well. Okay, so then the fourth item that they released was this bamboo serve set by Core Bamboo. So again, this is like not a super exciting item, but I know it's something that I will use. So I know personally I've been using the same cutting board and I've been meaning to get a new cutting board for about 2 years, but it's just like one of those items like, oh, well, it serves a function and it's doing the function fine. It's just like, probably could use a new one. So this was something I was happy to get just because I've been putting off buying a new one for so long. So if it just shows up at my door, I'm happy to have it, especially since this is more sustainable than what I have. I usually have one of those plastic ones. It comes in like a 3 set from IKEA. Just because, I mean, it is what it is. So this is the bamboo core set. So it does come with a spatula and a tongs. I'm sorry about the reflection. So one thing I do wish that this came with was a little tiny sample of conditioning oil. I do know that for bamboo it's quite important to condition the items. You like sand it a little bit and add the conditioning oil. So I wish they would have just thrown in even just like a small sample of it, just so that we would all have it ready to go for the first use, because I feel a little bit hesitant to take it out of the plastic wrap and use it without the conditioning oil. So then it's just something that would have been nice to have, like a little Purell hand back container, like 1 ounce or ½ ounce of conditioning oil, just so that we could get it started, so that we don't waste this product. The next item they released is the choice product for, the Core Bamboo everyone received. The next released teaser was going to be another choice item for annual subscribers. It's either going to be the Volim Love Scrub, the Aromatherapy De-Stress Muscle Gel, or the Tribe Alive Gold Crisscross Cuff. So there's descriptions. Hope you can read it. So I personally was hoping for either the scrub or the muscle gel, because I need a scrub, because when I left New York I didn't bring everything that I needed in terms of my skincare. So I've been kind of just building a collection here. It is what it is. So I was hoping for that or the muscle gel, just because I've been having very tight shoulders. I think it's because I have a very bad desk chair in my office. So I was hoping for either one of those, but what I received is actually the Tribe Alive cuff. So it does come in this cute little case here. It's a nice drawstring pouch to keep it in. And then this is what it looks like here. So I hope you can see it. It is a nice rose gold color. So it is kind of small, but I think a lot of people aren't quite familiar about how to put on a cuff, so maybe I'll show you. So I know that for me personally, this wasn't my first choice, just because I don't wear bracelets because I work at a desk job. So always having the bracelet clang against my desk was not a fun experience for me. So I know personally I probably won't be using this item, but I do know that my mom really does like this sort of product because she has one herself. So what you do when you put it on is you find the little soft spot in between your wrist here. I think it's in between some tendons. I'm trying to remember my anatomy class from college. But anyway, you find this like soft spot in between here. and you just kind of put the cuff there. So I'm going to do it on my other hand because I'm left-handed, so it's a lot harder for me to try to put it on with my right hand. So basically what you do is you find it, and then you put the cuff here like this, and then you just pull it through. So it is have some space for my wrist here, and it is a little bit adjustable. So if I did have a bigger wrist than what it would fit, I could be able to make it looser. I can also tighten it a little bit too. So actually, as I was taking the unboxed photos from my Instagram, my mom saw this and she really wanted to try it on, so I know she'll be happy to have the item. And I think she will be inheriting it too. So I'm going to leave it on, but to remove it, you do the same thing. You just find that soft spot again and unhook it. If you want me to show you it a little bit, just let me know. Okay. So that one is the Tribalive Rose Gold Crisscross Cuff, a stylish bangle featuring an intricate crisscross design, $42 value. Oh, I forgot to say, so with the core bamboo serve, what is it called? The bamboo serve set, I probably would give it around like a $10 value, because I know I've seen bamboo sets like this at TJ Maxx and Home Goods for about the same price. And I think it might have actually been the same brand. So that's kind of what I was going for when I was trying to give a personal value. I know that all of these items in the box are sustainable and sustainably sourced and ethically sourced. So the more mainstream sort of companies are also starting to have the same sort of products. So kind of keep your eye out if you have particular things from these subscription boxes that you kind of have been having your eyes on. You probably can find them in a more mainstream store. Maybe not this year, but maybe next year. So this Tribalive cuff has a $42 value according to the magazine. I probably would give it maybe a $20 value. Again, it's not my style, but I think it would be something that I would pick up for my gift drawer, just in case I get invited to a party or something and I want to have a nice gift available for the person. Okay, so then the last teaser item, and this is something that everybody received in their box, is the Way of Will Brightening Face Serum. So I already knew I was on board with the purchase after that lantern versus tea tumbler reveal. So the everything else after that was kind of like additional bonus. So actually I've been kind of needing this sort of item. Again, when I came to Minnesota from New York, I didn't bring anything like this with me just because I came with one suitcase, so I couldn't bring full-size skincare regimen. So this particular item is described as for a healthy dewy glow, fights free radicals and hydrates skin, made with vitamins A and C. So this packaging looks like this. So it does have a scent. I can already smell it, and I could smell it when I opened my box. It's kind of like a light fruity scent. So what it reminds me of is, I haven't been in Starbucks in like 6-7 years, but there was like this orange bread that they have. I think it's like orange cranberry bread. This is what it completely reminds me of. It smells like some sort of delicious citrus baked item. So when I read the box though, it says that it's made with marula, blackcurrant, and carrot. And it says the all Way of Will face serums are lightweight, vitamin-rich, and easily absorbed to promote moisture and prevent dehydration. Our brightening formula is particularly high in vitamins A and C, which help to brighten, tone, and revitalize the skin and complexion revitalize the skin's complexion while reducing dark spots and repairing damaged tissues and scars. Great for sensitive skin, this formula will improve elasticity as it smooths and softens the face. So I don't have particularly sensitive skin. I have like the opposite problem where my skin is like super tough. So I might be a great candidate to use this item. I am a little bit worried just because I have a very sensitive nose, however, so if it's a very scented product, maybe my skin won't react, but I may not be happy nose-wise. So I'll kind of try this out and see what I feel about it. I do have some scars, like I had some surgeries in the past that kind of I'm interested to see if maybe this will help kind of lighten the scars. They were like maybe 15, 16 years ago, and I still have a very deep scar on it. So if this can actually help to reduce that scar, it'll be great. I am a little bit surprised actually that we received 2 serums back to back. So in the summer welcome box, I received the Grace and Stella hyaluronic acid serum, and I do know that everyone who received a summer box also received that. However, there are 2 different types of serums. So this one is a oil-based serum, so it's a different step in the skincare process. So I'm going to definitely research the steps and orders, just because on my other side of my blog, like my written blog and my Instagram, I am actually sent a lot of products for some reason for skincare. So I've been kind of working my way through various sort of new products. So I'll see what this one fits and give it a try. And I'll definitely update you maybe next quarter about whether or not I like this product, just because I was waiting in my plans to not buy an oil-based serum, just because I knew this was coming. Overall, I do think I received my investment of my $60 for this box, because I do believe that I'm going to receive at least $60 worth of use out of the items I received. If I don't use it, I know my mom will love this cuff, so that's already like $20 value right there. And I also know that I personally needed the bamboo cutting board and the bath sets. It's just like something I needed, but I just like have been putting off getting new ones for so long. So I would say that this box, especially this season, is a lot more functionality rather than frills and sort of big ticket, like, whoa, that was a huge value sort of thing. I do think that that's something that I do enjoy about CAUSEBOX, because I personally want to make sure that I get use out of everything that I receive. So I do like receiving quality over quantity, if that makes sense. Because I think that sometimes some of the other subscription boxes want to really wow you with the manufacturer's value or the market price value, when it's kind of like, do you really think that that item is really worth $120? Do you really? When you feel it and everything. So, I mean, that being said, I am getting my FabFitFun box next week, so stay tuned for that. But I will receive all of the use I need out of all of these items, and I will use them all. Was I excited by all of them when they were released? No. I mean, I'm not gonna lie about it. I wasn't really excited. I even like told my friend that I referred to CAUSEBOX that I wasn't super excited by the products for this season. I was considering skipping and canceling my subscription, and I felt really bad because she had just signed up like a week and a half before I made that decision. She just got off the wait list, and I was like, oh, like I'm kind of a little bit disappointed by some of these spoilers. I don't think I really want it. But then I thought about the products and that I would actually get the use out of them. So I think it was worth my investment. I hope this was helpful for you. If not, sorry. See you next week. Here's everything. I kind of set it up for Instagram. Sorry about the awkward bottom stuff, but yeah, it is what it is. So this is everything I got in my fall 2020 CAUSEBOX. I got the bamboo cutting board set like everyone else. I got the lantern. So again, you can put a tea light in there at the bottom. And then I got the serum, what everyone else got as well. I got the mint towel set, 2 postcards, a cuff here, basil, and that's everything. So this is all that I got for my $54.95. I personally think I got my money's worth, and I will use all of the items. Was I super excited by all of the items this season? Definitely not. They're definitely more on the side of functionality rather than luxury or kind of treating myself. But they are, again, things that I probably wouldn't have purchased for myself, but I will enjoy having in my life. Thank you.